Hi, Cancers. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a past, present, and future reading. We're going to see what Spirit has for you. I will timestamp the past, present, and future for you. So if you want to skip ahead, you can do that if you're interested in switching around, but I will timestamp them for you. So let's get started. Let's see what Spirit has for you for the past. We're going to start with the past and see what we learned from the past, see what we wanted. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? What is that's important for us to have learned from the past? I am listening for you now. I have a connection. A special connection will open doors for you on your path. It may be a partner, a mentor, a client, or a friend. So somebody came into your life that changed your path, changed your direction. Could be that this person was very helpful in kind of launching a career, encouraging me for education, something like that. They were kind of my cheerleader, my partner. So this person will always be remembered in that way, that had they not come into my life, maybe I wouldn't be where I am today or be doing what I'm supposed to be doing today. I have a daydream. Having your head in the clouds can be a source of great inspiration. Be careful when you fantasize about an escape. Daydreaming. Little bit of this is what I always wanted. I just didn't know how to get there. I feel like also I was hung up on somebody for a long time that I really couldn't have. So it's a little bit of I had a crush on somebody. I was in love with somebody that I really couldn't be with or I shouldn't be with. Probably tied up way too many years, probably tied up way too much time until I realized that it really wasn't good for me. And then I feel like I moved on. So I'm going to say somebody that you wanted to be in your life, but it wasn't meant to be. And I think we just held on to it for way too long. Spirit, please share with me. I have closed-minded. Sometimes you fail to see the infinite possibilities and opportunities. I feel like whoever I had my mind on for a long time, I had missed opportunities because of it. I missed out on meeting new people. I missed out on maybe meeting somebody that I was meant to have children with or be married to or have a different kind of life with. So I feel that somebody tied up a lot of my time. There should be no regrets and there should be nothing, to be upset about. But looking back on it, it prevented me from being with maybe who I was supposed to be with. Spirit, please share with me. I have a fortune. When fortune appears in your life, limitations disappear. As you sit back and watch your dreams manifest before your eyes, you are filled with profound sense of gratitude. I'm going to say that I feel like you still feel fortunate. I'll put it in that sense. I think that at the end of the day that you created a life for yourself in the past that still made you happy, even though you didn't have ultimately what you wanted. Maybe the material world was very good to you. Maybe you got your arms around a high income, good wealth, a nice home, nice cars, good clothes. But you didn't have the person that you wanted to be with necessarily. So part of me feels like it was like a swap. I've got all this stuff on the material side, but I didn't receive the love that I wanted or dreamed about. So maybe moving forward into the present or the future, you've received that. But right now in the past, I'm feeling that I was disappointed in that area of my life, but my achievements were strong, is how I feel. I have a Queen of Wands. I have a Sun. I have a Queen of Swords. And I have a Death card. So two things came into me. I feel like you started something new. Many of you could have started a business. and had the passion to grow that business. You had an idea, you started it from scratch, you started it, out of your home on your kitchen table. And I feel like you did really well with it. But then somehow that business ended, taken away from you. Maybe you had to have a total switch from that point. I had to try something new. I had to, reinvent myself, something like that. But I do feel like you were willing to try. And I think that you did a really good effort. You did a big effort. But for some reason, it could have been the economy. It could have been circumstances that, for whatever reason, it wasn't that you failed. Maybe something in and around this kind of thing that you created, it just wasn't going to work in the long run. So I feel like you ended it. You could have ended it by choice. You could have ended it because you needed to move on for something else. But it does feel like something that you tried to create. And I'm putting it in the category of starting your own business. Lurking in the shadows, some fears, working through some fears. That's coming into me as even a bad relationship with a relative, like just always kind of wondering, what they're doing. So some of you could have, a really bad relationship with like a parent, sibling, cousin, it just feels like it could even be abuse. It could have even been child abuse or worse. So I just feel like, what is that person doing? And are they going to come back into my energy? But I'm hoping Spirit has removed that energy from your life. Too much to think about. I feel like I was just way too busy in the past. I didn't think about myself. I had to say goodbye to something, whether it's the business or a career that wasn't working, consuming me, working 12 hours a day, working nights and weekends, just too busy. And my life wasn't working. I was on overload, they're saying. So you probably, a little bit of a crash and burn feeling coming in. So maybe you were just doing too much, trying to push yourself, they're saying. I have no more bad decisions, making bad decisions, putting yourself in a situation where it wasn't going to work. So you look back and you say, that was a bad decision. Unrevealed secrets, somebody holding out on you, somebody not giving you the truth, not telling you their intentions. Little bit of a struggle. So overall in the past, I feel like we had some definite childhood shadow. We have this sense of starting something that was very exciting and probably was really, exciting for you for a while until it wasn't working. And then complete overload for some reason, just this sense of crash and burn. And let's see how that moves into your present. Let's see how you handled it. Let's see how that affected you and made you the person that you are today. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to know today in the present? I have higher wisdom. Good for you. Exploring options, learning what you can, turning a new page, putting the past behind you, learning what you could do differently, making better decisions than you made in the past. You're wiser, knowing that you're wiser. Knowing that you have better choices, they're saying. Saving grace, forgiving yourself as your wounds heal and releasing the burden. So your present self, you can see that you're tapping into your knowledge and your wisdom and what's important to you and your healing energy. It's like you're starting to realize that you've got to take care of you first. And that I'm going to say that that's probably a really good place to be. It's a slow climb. You're getting there one step at a time, but it's worth the work. You're feeling the difference. You're feeling the difference over time. It's not easy. It's taking you a long time to heal some of those old wounds. It has taken you a long time to become the person that you are today, they just said. And they're saying to trust yourself, let your intuition be the compass, go on your own. Okay, they're saying let your compass guide you, and maybe they want you to go back out on your own. Maybe what you tried in the past wasn't the right time at the right place or the right business. Maybe they're asking you to try again, if there's something like that, or maybe it just wasn't the right time in a certain career path because of the economy, or something that was, or you couldn't do that kind of work because you had little kids, but now you have some more flexibility. But there's asking you to try again, something that you tried in the past. Maybe give it another chance. Not necessarily a person, not necessarily a person. Could be something that is a dream of yours. I have the letter Y, you, the fresh idea. You need to practice. Okay, so maybe it's something that you're out of practice with, or you've got to kind of update your skills. You gotta. They're saying use your voice. So maybe you used to sing in the past and you haven't sang for a long time. You got to retrain your voice, something like that. I have the letter T, triumph. Victory is yours. You're going to overcome some obstacles. Don't let the obstacles stand in your way. There's nothing that you can't do. The T is coming into me as all it is time. It's just a matter of time that you can overcome the obstacles. I have another T. Thank you, Spirit. You're transforming. It's a profound change. You're rebuilding your life. I have the letter I, setting your intentions. I feel like you're more at the steering wheel. Okay, I feel like the past, somebody else was guiding me, or I was putting all my attention into somebody else. What are they doing? What are they thinking? Am I going to be with them? Am I not? Are we going to have a future? And I feel like you're guiding your own boat now. You're steering your own boat, and what's best for you, what's best for your future. I just feel like you took back all your power again. Good for you. I have harmony. It's important for you to have peace, peace of mind, peaceful work. Yeah, sometimes you get to a stage in your life where you say, I just want peace of mind. Whatever I had in the past, I don't want that anymore. That didn't work. I want comfort, and I want contentment, and I want peace of mind. So I am feeling that. You're working towards that. I have illumination. Something hidden is coming to light now. A new opportunity, a light inside of you. You're lighting up. You're finding yourself. You're finding a dream that you put on hold, anything. It's like, what's that light inside of me? What makes me tick? What is important to me? I always say you should always know when you're in your element. Okay. Like, when do you feel the best about yourself? What are you doing at that moment in time when you feel like you're your most self and you feel happiest? You should know when you're in your element, like what makes you feel like, wow, this is me. So that's that feeling I'm getting with that. Like, you're really identifying when you're in your element, what makes you really shine. I have on the table, putting your demands on the table, standing up for yourself, asking for what it is that you deserve, they just said. Good for you. And I have wisdom. You're being called to serve as a mentor to somebody else, a role model, to use your light. I'm going to say light worker. Between this illumination and this wisdom, some of you could be being called to be a light worker now. Use your intuition, be an empath, you're some kind of light worker, or being called to be a light worker. So that's something that you've got to, work on and put the time into. All right, Spirit, please share with me in the present. What else do you need me to know? I have a Page of Pentacles. Could be additional income coming in, another stream of income coming in right now. I have an Ace of Pentacles. That's coming into me as these gems. So that's an abundance coming in. little bit of a windfall even. I don't know. It could be a chunk of money. It could be inheritance. It could be sold a house for a big profit. But it does feel like a little bit of a windfall coming towards you. I have a 5 of Swords. I'm going to say pick my battles. I'm working on not being in the fight. 5 of Swords is the fight is over. So I'm working on, I don't want to be in a fight with anybody. I don't want to put my energy there. I want to put my energy into positive things. I have a Star. I think there's something going on in your present that your light is shining. Either you're, almost feels like, I mean, if you're a performer, you're on stage. You know, if you are an influencer, your vlogs are taking off. If you are a singer, people are hearing your voice. I mean, it feels like there's something about you that you've been working on for a long time, and it's, you know, people are noticing you. It takes a long time to be noticed, doesn't it? It takes a long time to learn about yourself. I want to go back to that feeling of being in your element. That I feel like that's a big message for you today, that they want you to know when you feel happiest in your life. What are you doing? What are you doing in that moment of time? Spirit, please share with me. A Star Power. Yeah, there's definitely this feeling of illumination. You can see it's like your light is shining bright. You're coming out of, you probably did a ton of healing. I'm going to say it that way. You know, if you were shyer when you were younger, you'd be, I guess it would be easier for you today it doesn't bother you as much today. You might not be like the life of the party, but you're not as intimidated by people as maybe you were when you were younger. But your light is shining. Look at this illumination. Everything is coming to light right now. It could also be that you're realizing what you're meant to be doing. Your purpose is coming forward. Your calling has come forward. Your awakening has come forward. You know, so it really could be crystal clear for you right now in the present as to what you're supposed to be doing. It took a long time to get here, Spirit just said. So for those of you that have kind of gone through the school of hard knocks, I feel like it took you a long time to get here. Thank you, Spirit. I have the future, planning for the future while living in the present. You're learning how to live in the present. You are accepting the present. Thank you, God, that you have realized that the magic happens in the present. Good for you. And you're putting the pieces of the puzzle together. The signs are all around you. You're getting messages from the universe constantly. I love this. All right, let's see what they want to share with you for the future. I love that. Okay, let's see what they have for you. I want to see what they have to say. Spirit, please share with me loving messages for the future. What is it that you want us to know? Your light is shining heading into the future. So I'm going to say that that's your transition. I'm going to say from the present into your future is definitely the sense of your inner light. Your inner light, you're recognizing your inner light, you're realizing what makes you glow, you're realizing what makes you tick, what makes you. You know 100% like who you are. I mean, all of those things are happening, I feel like collectively, all at the same time. Spirit, please share with me heading into the future. I have avoiding lessons. Okay. Skipping chapters. I like that. You're skipping ahead. Okay. You don't want to learn the lessons. You've learned enough lessons. Okay. Bad attitude. Yeah. It's like you're skipping ahead going, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That means it's going to hurt. That means I'm going to have to learn. That means I'm going to, have a broken heart. So you're trying to skip over. You're trying to skip over. It's the person who says, I'm going to go on a date, but unless I know that I'm going to marry you, I'm not going to date you. because I don't want to have to go through the whole process. So tell me now if you're going to marry me. You're trying to skip ahead. You want to know what's ahead of you. You have worked really hard at learning how to be in the present, they just said. So now all of a sudden you're getting anxious. You want to know what's ahead of you. You got to wait, Spirit said. You got to wait. I have bad influences. Okay, so maybe somebody's come into your life that isn't necessarily healthy. Okay, be careful. Toxic energy, somebody drinking too much, somebody spending too much, bad spending habits and tying you into it. You loan the money and somehow, or you're picking up the tab. Be careful. Be careful with somebody who just isn't good for you. Like you look at their behaviors and you're like, do I want to surround myself with somebody who this is their life? They're trying to give me advice and they've never been in a relationship. They're trying to give me advice on raising my children and they've never had children, so be careful with, birds of a feather flock together. So you want to make sure you're hanging out with the right people, even heading into your future. Choices. You know how to make a good choice. I have trusting the process, accepting what feels right. So even though you try to skip ahead and skip over things, there's a part of you that knows that you have no control over it. And you're just not accepting it. You're still trying to make things happen or project them to happen. And then the other part of you says, I know I shouldn't have control over it. I know that I shouldn't be thinking this way. I know better. So you're a little bit of an inner battle there heading into your future. I have a Snow Queen, inner conflict, frozen heart. I'm going to say this bad influence could be a romantic connection that just isn't going to work, isn't healthy for you. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a healthy relationship, but you could have somebody that just totally turns you off. Just started out good, but just you realize that, that they've got a bigger drinking problem than I thought. They've got more baggage than I thought. Something that you're going to probably, close out very quickly. Spirit, please share with me. I have hopes of return, wanting them back, wanting somebody back, thinking about them. Little bit of false hopes, false dreams. Now, this feeling of daydreaming about somebody that I can't have, wanting somebody that isn't available, I would say is a repeat cycle. So be careful with that this person isn't available. This person isn't emotionally available. You've already learned that lesson. You don't want to go there again. This isn't somebody you would want to go back to. So they're saying prepare yourself. Just either stop it before it starts, which would be the best thing to do as a prediction. Like when you see this coming into your life, stop it before it starts. And just catch yourself and just say, am I trying to control this or am I letting the universe work? I have magic vision, seeing the unseen, choosing to believe. I feel like that's part of this spiritual, a spiritual growth. Okay. Knowing that I'm not at work here, knowing that there's a bigger, unforeseen being here, spirit guides, whatever. But it is a sense of, I know better. I know better. Spirit, please share with me. What is it you need us to know heading into the future? I have a Chariot. They want you to charge ahead into the future. I felt really healthy for a moment there. It was like the Chariot came in and I felt like I was running. I'm not a runner either, but I had the energy as if I was running. I had the energy. So it showed me that I had a very healthy body. It showed me that I had high energy, and it showed me that I have a lot to give and a lot of things to see and do still. So that Chariot was like, I felt like I was running for a moment. I have a 6 of Wands. I have a lot still to achieve. I have some goals that I want to achieve, and I do feel like I'm going to achieve them. I have a Page of Pentacles. I'm always thinking of ways to, they're saying increase. So it could be just manage my finances, creating new streams of income, creating another way to make money or save money, thinking things through, something like that. And I have an Ace of Swords. That came into me as I'm so much smarter than I ever was. And it is a sense of, you know, I've been through a lot, but it made me really smart. So you're really good at life advice. I'm going to say it that way, that you could be a really good listener. You could be a really good coach. You could be an intuitive guide, but you're really good at giving advice because of maybe the life and the path that you've traveled. Let's see what the cards are saying. This one's jumping out, so let's get that. We've got, these are your timelines. I have over the next couple of months, maybe something's going to be revealed to you, the number 43. I have by the end of the month. That feels like a decision. That feels like I'm trying to make a decision, number 53. Maybe the decision will come. I have October being important. Could be a person's birthday connected to you. I have next winter. That feels like a union for some of you. Like either we have decided to move in together or even get married. It felt like a union, like this time next year, you know, a little bit. So it could be a union for some of you. And I have bottom of the deck, I have next month looks promising, the number 35. So really interesting guidance for you all. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. How wonderful. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, I'm so grateful. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, comment. If you'd like to book a private reading, check out my website at kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. I do want to mention that on my website, I have a mini reading. A lot of people have been asking if I had smaller readings. I do have a 1-question reading on my website. You can ask me a question. It's about a 10-minute recorded card reading that I will email back to you within 48 hours. It's similar to the card readings that I do here on YouTube. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can check out the mini reading on my website. Otherwise, you can book a personal reading. I would love that. I'd love to see your face and hear your voices and talk to you in person. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed your past, present, future reading, and we'll see you all again real soon.